Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Offside. Defense.
So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Here's Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is born. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment.
Holding.
Let's see what our referee says. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
These two teams all tied after one.
27, 26.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. That one complete to Elliott. 33 yards that time.
Let's go, folks.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
56.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Let's go, baby.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run it with Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing a 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Here we go.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here we go.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne as time expires in the first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah. And you know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of game, you'll keep doing it. In this case, let's investigate that pregame meal. We might need some of that.
Yeah, right. It's working. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage. Knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times. And
now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid on picking up a first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it. Back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Here's Coleman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down. Here's Garoppolo to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Second down and goal. Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very highly contested game to this point, just a field. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gold with the extra point.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second and a yard, Garoppolo. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's third and short. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room. Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they're able to execute it successfully on that play.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 4th down, trailing in the 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This one to Bourne out on the left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And this one complete to Reed. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, and it's caught. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Darian Thompson.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
White.
Garoppolo looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for two. Garoppolo to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for two there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
Watch the run.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete.